Hey, it's Victor from Social Firestarter. Today I wanted to take a moment and review something that is very important regarding your Google My Business reviews. So I want to talk about what an optimized review is because there is a clear distinction between a review that can increase your Google My Business rankings and then a review that's really just one or two sentences and doesn't really hold much weight. So I think it's really important for you to understand the difference between the types of reviews that people leave you because they do have different effects on your visibility. So to be clear, this is regarding Maps visibility primarily. So the visibility that your Google My Business is providing for you. Now, the reviews that people leave on your listing, depending on how well they wrote it, the length of it, and how many key terms are in there, is going to decide what you can increase your relevant with, or in other words, how much of a benefit, how much of a value it gives you for your visibility. So, of course, on the bottom end of the quality scale would be those 1 to 2 sentences reviews. So we all know what these are. It's basically when a client leaves you a super simple and really quick review. It doesn't hold much weight. So it doesn't hold much weight as far as the algorithm, and you can kind of understand why, because if you look at that review, it really doesn't compare with one that might be super lengthy, they go into detail and maybe even specify what type of case you work with. So there are a bunch of different types of reviews that people can leave you, and if you can guide the review process at all, it can really change the game for you as far as what your reviews are actually doing for you, how much value they provide for you. Because you could have a bunch of really simple reviews that don't really do too much for your ranking, or you could have a whole bunch of super valuable and really detailed reviews that increase your relevance for all sorts of different key terms. So that leads me into the next thing, which is like, what should the reviews include? Now, and this is something that if you've been keeping up with our agency, you've definitely gotten lots and lots of details about what type of questions you might want to ask your clients so that they give you better reviews. But in this video, I just want to specify what you really want to look for after you go through that process of asking them questions and making sure that they give you a really valuable and really meaningful review. So, regarding key terms, so yes, it is super easy to add relevance towards really any key term. Think about it this way, any practice area that you don't have any mentions for right now. That would mean that you don't have any rankings for that practice area. So something that you can do to start addressing this discrepancy is making sure that your reviews include mentions about your law firm regarding that specific practice area. So that's just the simplest way to describe how to directly add relevance. So of course, as marketers, we do this through off-page work, through link building, through building up those mentions, but you can do this in a very powerful way by acquiring reviews that actually have content in them that correlates with that rank that you're trying to acquire. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you have a whole list of key terms that you're trying to rank for, you should know that your review section on your GMB needs to have mentions that correlate with each of those practice areas. Now that's a great way to increase your relevance or begin to form your relevance if you don't currently have any mentions right now. So, explained a bunch of stuff right there. Definitely curious as to if you have tried any of this before and you have seen results. Depending on the quality of that review, depending on how lengthy people are willing to go to leave you that review, it's really going to make a huge difference in the algorithm, because it is essentially what it is individual users on the Google platform that are separately vouching for your law firm, and they are doing so specifically for a rank that you can target. So it's really important, if you are going after those reviews and asking your clients to leave them for you, make sure to go through the effort of asking them all of those questions that can really help them form the review. Ask them questions that will make them remember why they reached out to you and what it was, what type of value it was that they got from you. But as much as you can guide that process without really stuffing the keywords in there yourself, that's going to benefit you. Again, don't try to manipulate it too much. If you make your reviews look too spammy, I would say at that point it doesn't really do too much of a benefit, because there is a difference between naturally including your keywords in a review and simply just stuffing it in there at the very end. So definitely keep that in mind if you're putting in that effort towards those reviews. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you have questions. Place them in the comments section below. And if you're looking for more details as to how our agency ranks lawyers on the Map Pack, head over to lawyergmb.com, and that's where you can find some more details about us. Thanks for watching the video. I'll catch everyone on the next one.